Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Thursday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and another great week here at Top Gun Options. We're looking at over $25,000, $30-ish thousand dollars in profit this week on bearish trades or bullish on volatility positions. As predicted, this thing was a dead cat bounce, and we are heading lower. Now, the World Health Organization is supposed to be meeting, or actually, I think they are meeting right now in Geneva, and then they're going to have a press conference afterwards. 7 days ago, they said it is an absolute emergency in China. It's not a global emergency yet, ... That was 7 days ago, and this thing has only gotten worse. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading lower. Real quick, a week ago, what's his name? Ray Dalio, right? World's largest hedge fund manager. Cash is trash, right? If you're in cash, you're an idiot. 7 days later, it's time to diversify into cash. So there's the smart money, folks. Trust me, I went from being a little old lowly retail trader up to the corner office of a multi-billion-dollar Wall Street options trading firm. Smart money ain't necessarily that smart, folks. They put their pants on one leg at a time just like we do. And as a matter of fact, I was a hell of a lot smarter than a lot of the so-called smart money. As this dude was calling you stupid for being in cash last week or a week and a half ago, I said mid to late January, this market's going to sell off and implode, and January is going to be a shit show. And that's exactly what happened. And we printed money. We are up over $100,000 in a week and a half across our portfolios and profits. So there you go. Cash is trash. A week later, cash is awesomeness. Updates. There was an Italian cruise ship quarantined. Apparently, they scanned everybody and they're okay. Airlines are extending flight cancellations. Folks, Russia. Yeah, the country of Russia closed everything with China, air travel, rail, shipping. This is insanity that the market is up here. One of the only reasons the market is up here right now and not imploding more, which it's going to, is the Fed. Or if you look at FXI over in China, it's down what about 11% since the implosion last week. But it's let me just show you this. This is a great looking pattern here. Implosion, dead cat bounce, implosion, dead cat bounce, implosion. Well, the PBOC is printing money trying to prop up Chinese markets, okay? And here's the deal. Chinese markets are closed, right? The Lunar New Year, was it the year of the rat or something like that? Folks, markets are supposed to reopen Monday, I believe it is. Does anybody think Chinese markets are going to go open up? So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the Fed, the PBOC, the ECB, all these central banks can only print money so much until we believe that they can't hold it up. And then that is absolutely the big one. I've been saying this for the past week and a half since this virus thing, 2 weeks actually, since this came out. Does anybody listening to this SITREP believe that Xi Jinping cares one iota about a phase one agreement? Okay, I've seen Trump's, henchmen out there trying to say, well, this is a great phase one. I'm like, do you not know that China shut down? Do you not know that? Take a look at this, folks. Everything that's shut down. Look at these. There are actual provinces that are closed until Feb 2nd, Feb 9, Feb. Look at this, folks. These are provinces. Look at the cities. The impact on the global supply chain is you can't even calculate it. Okay, so confirmed, the cases far exceeds that of SARS from 2003. SARS killed about 800 people. I am seeing reports all over the place, and it could be a Hollywood film set, folks, but I'm seeing footage from Wuhan. It is a ghost town, and the hospitals are packed, and people are dropping dead in the damn hospitals, folks. It is insanity. Where is this? Let me show you. Yeah, look at this. I'm in an apocalypse. So again, I have to take this at face value that this dude is a doctor or this person and what they're reporting. But it's pretty damn good Hollywood special effects with what's going on, or this is actually the truth. This is a doctor in Wuhan saying there is absolutely. Imagine being a Wuhan citizen. They can't get any medical treatment. They can't even get a diagnosis. They can only sit and wait and die. I saw videos on the Sun the other day website taken from Wuhan, people just dropping where they are and having a blanket thrown on top of them. They are severely underestimating this. It's math, folks. There's the math. This is the confirmed infections. There's the model. Does anybody think this thing falls off tomorrow and goes to zero? No, of course not. And let me tell you, if you're going to compare it versus SARS, here's the major difference between SARS, because people are like, well, after SARS, it kind of went up. Does anybody remember here's SARS in the gray area, right? January through April of 2003. Okay, right there. It's flying F-18s out of Fort Worth Naval Air Station. What was the market doing before SARS? It imploded. What happened in 2000? The dot-com crash. We were in a recession. So we had imploded before SARS. SARS hit and we just stayed crappy, and then the market recovered. So I love people who right now are saying, folks, look at the S&P 500. We are at epic historic highs. We had a stretch, this run in the S&P 500, we haven't seen in 50 years. I'm 51, folks. The last time we saw a run like this in the market was 50 years ago. So the main difference between SARS and this thing right now is our markets are at epic record highs. They weren't under SARS, and the market could only go up after it. So this is a great article. We did an awesome weekly debrief about an hour ago. The replay is almost getting ready to be posted. The trades are up here, bearish on Brazil. I tried to get out of this bearish Brazil trade. We made, this thing was up 60% in an hour. Okay, I didn't get out of it yet. Now it's up 40%. So up $2,000. Anybody like making $2,000 in a little bit? Look at this. Here's our today's performance, folks. Bearish on Brazil, bearish on Apple, bearish on the S&P 500. It's up $4,700 today. See that where it says today? How many of you would like make $4,800 in a day? And actually, day ain't even over yet. I think the World Health Organization is going to come out and call this a global epidemic, and the market's going to implode. So here's today's market action. So I think somebody leaked. So this is when the meeting kind of started over in Geneva. I think people know that it's going to happen. Then we got a report that maybe they aren't going to classify it as a global pandemic. If they do not classify this thing as a world emergency, the World Health Organization loses all credibility. Okay, so now as I'm talking to you, that's a big buy order, and things turning around again. Look how high we got. Right there, right there, right there, and it failed. We're going lower, folks. I'm telling you, please. We're actually going to do a full throttle next week. We have to do a full throttle. People are emailing, calling, but trying to bust down the doors to get in here. It's funny that people only join when things are crappy. This is the best part about being an options trader, folks. Everybody else is panicking, and we're printing money. Over $100,000 month to date across our portfolios, and we're gonna be making more money too. Okay. So I'll give you a link. Make sure you stop by for tomorrow's Friday market wrap up, because obviously what a difference a day makes. I absolutely think the WHO's going to declare this a global emergency, and markets are going to head lower. We also looked at a bearish trade on FXI. Out to next Friday. I'd look at a burner trade, man, because look at where this thing is hanging right here, right there, and right here. It breaks through 40, and it's lookout below. Implosion, dead cat bounce, implosion, dead cat bounce, implosion, hang? No, it's only going to get worse. A third of the S&P 500 right now is in correction territory or worse. 37% of the NASDAQ is in correction territory or worse, okay? So, and one of the big bearish positions I'm taking a look at is Apple. Oh, they reported blowout earnings. Did you listen to the call? 95% of the call was, look at how we did last quarter. 5% was their forward outlook. How the hell can Apple do good when a fifth of every penny that the company makes is from China? How can they be going anywhere but down when every employee, 10, 11-year-old boy in China who builds their iPhones, ain't going to work? Do you see Starbucks, Google? All these massive companies have told their employees to stay home in China. Commerce stops. So Apple is coming down, and it's going to rot. I'm telling you right now. buy some cheap puts on Apple. We did a great brief. Somebody was like, I'm up 150% on my Apple position in a day. Apple's rotten and it's going down. Amazon reports, I think after the close today, I think it's going to blow out earnings. It doesn't matter. It's not going to save this market. Okay. So I sitting here speeching, spitting fire, gloom and doom, but we're printing money. So this is what's great about being an options trader. We can potentially print money. Doesn't matter if the market's going up, down, or sideways. Okay, so like I said, check back tomorrow for Friday's market wrap up. Check your email because we're going to tell you how you can get on board and join us for full throttle. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.